Welcome to another edition of My Opinion here on My Opinion TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. And this morning, I want to look at two topics. One, a goat thief who was killed in Clarendon, and two, Norwood in St. James erupts. But first, let's look at the situation in Clarendon, where a goat thief was chopped to death in Rock River and his car set ablaze. Based on what we are hearing, is that three men went into the community to steal goats. The residents sat upon them, chopped one to death. When I saw the picture of that, I mean, it was really gruesome. And another was chopped and seriously injured. He was taken to hospital, and a third man escaped, and the car, a Toyota ISIS motor car, was set ablaze. But as far as it said, unconfirmed report are that two men went into the area. They actually went into the area 2 nights before. They stole goats. They were successful. Well, apparently, I don't know if it's the same set of men, but they went back again. This time, their luck run out. They were not so lucky. They were set upon by the residents, who actually was like prepared for them. They were set upon by the residents, held, chopped to death, and as I said, one escaped and one is in hospital in serious condition. But while I am not condoning any form of jungle justice or any form of mob killing, these goat thieves have been destroying people's life, people's property, and people's investment. And out of frustration, these people will act. And this was another situation of frustrated persons who is coming down to the Christmas season, where a lot of people try to cook curry goat and all those things in the Christmas period. And persons have been saving their goats to kill and make profit. And it's their livelihood. It's a farming community, Rock River in Clarendon. Now, these persons, we haven't found out where they're from yet, but their intention is to go and steal from the farmers. Now, the farmers, after years, this pretty lasting thing have been going on for years, where persons go inside the communities and steal things. But I mean, at some point, more than one occasions, farmers have caught up with some of these robbers, and they have dealt them with their own justice. Well, as I said before, I do not condone mob killings. I do not condone jungle justice, right? And to be honest with you, I thought these men should have been caught, handed over to the police, and the police do the requisite action. However, I know the frustration of these people. They are going to say, when they hand over these people to the police, they will go to jail, nobody come give evidence, nothing, and then they're back on the streets doing whatever they want to do again. So out of frustration, these people will wield their cutlasses, and things do happen. And let me tell you for sure, if you have ever been to one of those farming districts and look at the cutlass of these farmers, believe you, it is well sharp. And when I saw the video of the man who they killed, the robber, believe you me, it is hard to look at, and I think it's barbaric. I think it is gruesome in the sense that kids might have seen all of this incident unfold in front of their eyes, and this could be very traumatic to the kids, because I wasn't there. And when I got a hold of the video and I saw it, believe you me, it moved my heart. It was gruesome. If you don't have a strong heart, a strong mind, you can't eat meat after you saw how badly this man was dealt with by the residents. But at this stage, some of these robbers, they need to put away those mind frame and try to find jobs to do, instead preying on persons who work hard, toil hard in the sun, blood, sweat and tears, to bring their animal to fruition. And as soon as the animal reach a particular stage, they just come in and rob. It's not a good feeling, but at the same breath, it's not good for you to take out jungle justice and take people's lives. But who am I? I'm not the one who's feeling it, so I just leave it as is. But I would have preferred if these robbers were caught and handed over to the police. But let me know what you think in the comment section, and we can have an interactive discussion right there. Now to the situation in Norwood St. James. It's really getting hot down there. The police have gone in there and trying to quell things, but Norwood in St. James is a really difficult area to police. And I mean, from the introduction of lottery scamming, St. James has erupted into the most volatile city in Jamaica, and it doesn't seem as if it's cooling down anytime soon. Now, a shop was burnt down and a car was set on fire as warring fractions in St. James, Norwood, to be precise, can escalate. There have been back-to-back nights of reprisal shootings and murder for the past 3 years, based on what we're 3 weeks rather, based on what we are hearing. Now, I understand there's a situation brewing now where the police went into the area, and unconfirmed reports that one man was killed by the security forces as he approached the security force. He has been identified as CJ. We haven't seen any form of report from the police CCU branch yet. We're waiting to see what they say about the incident. But what we are hearing from residents are that this man was an innocent man standing in his yard, not knowing what was going on. Police encountered some wrongdoers on the street. They decided to run. They run through the yard where the man was. The police came into the yard and did not recognize that this man was not the man they were running down. This, and as I said, this is according to residents, right? And the police killed this man. When Indicom came, the police said it was a shootout, because the residents say after he was shot, they hurriedly took him to the hospital, covered his face, and took him to the hospital. But as I said, it's just what the residents say, and we know sometimes some of these persons are defenders of these persons, so they will say anything, right? But at the end of the day, we're still waiting to hear what the police have to say, and then we see what the residents will come with. But we understand that the residents are up in arms with the police over this killing, and we understand that the residents are very disgruntled. Now, as I said, I mean, St. James is a very hot spot right now, and we hope that the police and the residents will, I mean, amicably resolve that, because at the end of the day, the people need the police and the police need the people. But Norwood in St. James has been really hot, especially a couple days ago. 2 cousins were killed on Hibiscus Drive in the vicinity of the Gulf in Norwood, overlooking flankers. They were identified as 28-year-old Odin Shatahoe, aka Tony, 25-year-old entertainer Damian Coleman. And it is reported that about 5 p.m., 3 men and a woman was traveling in a Nissan car when they stopped at the stoplight. And 3 armed men came up in a black Toyota Voxy and sprayed the vehicle. 3 of them was hit and 1 escaped. 2 succumbed to the injuries, which are Odin Sato and Damian Coleman. So you see, the situation in St. James is really, really hot, and especially Norwood. Whatever gang-related activities that is taking place there, it has escalated, and it's caused unease and unrest. The residents there are really they're really tense. I see a resident saying she's planning on putting plywood over all her windows and stop sleeping on her bed. This is how serious it has gotten. But my point is, what have our society gone to? Is there no way of resolving conflict? What has caused all of these murders in St. James? All because of the lottery scamming, right? Scarce benefits and spoils. These persons, a lot of them make money through the scamming, and they have not invested or tried to take themselves away from it. But instead, they have invested in arms and ammunition, and it is creating havoc in the wider society, especially in St. James. None of these youngsters are looking forward to try and go and get a job or elevate themselves educationally, and that is causing a lot of damage down there in St. James. Based on how St. James is going, I wonder how many persons there plan to live very long, because every other day there's a killing, double killing, all these things happening in St. James. But we pray to God that the situation will be resolved and that crime monster, especially down in St. James, will be no more, and the police force will break the back of crime down there in St. James and in the wider Jamaican society, so that persons can feel free to go about their daily business without fear or favor. But as the police force's motto is, serve, protect, and reassure, we hope they are very close in doing all of that. Well, that's it for another program. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, so as soon as a video is released, you'll be one of the first to be notified. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of the kids, look out for a family member and also a loved one. And always remember, keep it locked on My Opinion TV.